Welcome back to Umineko When They Cry. So, let's continue with episode 2.
Shinjirarenai. それが真相だというのかい。
はい。私たちは見たままのことをお話ししています。
George folded his arms and started mumbling again, and the kitchen was once again wrapped in a long silence.
ジョージ様がにわかには信じられない気持ちも私はよくわかります。何しろこの目で確かに見たはずの私ですらあれが何だったのかわからなくなる。私は確かに見た。そして取っ組み合いまでしたはずなんです。なのにあれが全部幻だったような気すらする。
なるほどね。あのローザおばさんに詳しく話せないわけだ。
If we're gonna think about whether this is all grounded or not, then what Goda just said here might be really important, about how he thinks that it may have all been an illusion. If we think about the ways that we could possibly explain any of what's going on here in a non-magic way, really the only way to explain any of this is like hallucination. So maybe there's some kind of like hallucinogenic gas or something going around, I don't know. But then again, this is in the 80s, like, that's like some pretty sci-fi stuff. I don't know that that would actually be the case.
今の話を本当にしてたら、もっと面倒なトラブルになっていただろうね。なるほど。源氏さんが随分冷静な対応をしていたのが分かりました。
私にそれを説明するだけの力があればよかったのですが。
George had not actually seen it, and even when pressed to believe, he just couldn't imagine it. It was only natural, because even the people who had actually seen it had given up asking themselves what it was.
話を少し巻き戻すよ。シャノンはカノン君が偽物かもしれないと思った時、クモの巣を取ってきたと言ったね。どうしてそんなことを？
そうだ、それは私も思っていました。どうしてクモの巣だったんです？
前に熊沢さんに聞いたことがあるんです。大昔の六軒島には悪霊が住んでいて、そのクモの巣を恐れたって。
I wonder if that's implying that maybe there's more at work here than just Beatrice, and that the evil spirits mentioned earlier about how the reason why the shrine was constructed, if they may actually be at play here.
それでクモの巣を魔除けと尊んで大切にしたという昔話があるんだそうです。それでそのとっさに私も少し混乱していたんだと思います。
そんな話が。熊沢はそういう昔話に詳しかったな。
雲は液中ですからね。確かにそういう信仰があってもおかしくないかもしれない。
きっとその悪霊の力をあの鳥居の祠が封じ込めてたんだと思います。
So basically they're saying that this is not Beatrice, but that kind of goes against what we saw, that it actually was Beatrice's doing. Then again, she could have just lied that the shrine was not built to suppress her. It could have been that it actually was built to suppress her.
そして霊境が割られたのでその力が蘇って ベアトリーチェ様を蘇らせる力となってしまったに違いないのです。私が、心の弱かった私があんな大それたことをしなければ。
It's weird how Shannon was all composed and how she's not going to pay any attention to Beatrice earlier. But now that things are actually affecting her, suddenly she's singing a different tune.
シャノン、その話はもうしなくても大丈夫だよ。僕は君を責めたりなんかしない。
Since long ago, Shannon had often suggested that there was some kind of occult cause for her meeting with George. After listening to her, George had grown to think that she was being a typical girl, associating love with fate, chance, and miracles. He did think that smashing the spirit mirror offered at the Torii shrine was taking it a bit far, but he'd laughed it off and forgiven her, thinking of it as just a prank that showed how serious she was about her relationship with him. Just breaking a mirror in some musty shrine wouldn't have changed the fate of our meeting, and it would never cause any curse. He tried to cheer her up, saying it was only a musty mirror covered in dust.
ベアトリーチェ様という霊のような存在がいるという話は、この島に勤めるようになってからたくさんの同僚に聞かされました。最初はバカバカしいと思っていましたが、それを批判するとなんだか不謹慎そうな空気があったもので、私も表向きは信じているように振る舞っていきました。しかしまさか本当に。
いたんです。ベアトリーチェ様はずっとこのお屋敷におられたんです。でもベアトリーチェ様は力を失っておられて、私たちの前に姿を現すことができなかったんです。ずっといた。私たちが見えなかっただけなんです。
源氏さんの意見を聞きたいです。
私には何も意見はありません。一つだけ申し上げたいのは、私たちはあの時ここに5人いた。そしてカノンが勝手口から帰ってきたと思った。そして使用人室に運び、何かが起こって南條先生と熊沢が帰らぬ人となってしまった。
It is possible that, the way he's phrasing this, I don't think he'd be the type to, outright lie. So I think that it's possible that he killed Kumasawa and Dr. Nanjo with his knife by throwing it. But, I don't know.
それだけです。私たちは見たものをすでに全て説明しました。それを見ていないジョージ様に信じろというのはとても無理な話だと理解しています。
信じられるわけがない。あれは間違いなくカノンさんだと思った。でもそう、こんな風にしながら胸の傷をまさぐり始めた時、こいつはカノンさんじゃない、誰か別の存在なんだと直感しました。ジョージ様にはわからないでしょう。よく知っていると思っていた人物が実は別人であることをさらけ出した瞬間の恐ろしさというものは説明できない。とても説明できるわけがない。
わかるよ。郷田さんがそれほどまでにショックを受けるどんな恐ろしいことがあったのか、僕は察するよ。
ありがとうございます、ジョージ様。
And they all fell silent again. Shannon kept crying no matter how many times she was consoled, thinking that listening to the witch's sweet whispers and breaking the spirit mirror on that day had been the mistake that ruined everything.
君に囁いたという魔女はその鏡があると力を失うんだね。
少し説明してくれた気がしますが、よく覚えていません。あの鏡があると力が出せないというようなことを言っていたと思います。
君が割ったというその鏡はどうしたの？
覚えていません。多分割ったまま立ち去りましたから、そのままそこに残ってたでしょう。
ということは岩礁が雷で打たれて消えたとかいう時に海の底か。まあ拾って接着剤で貼り付けたところでご利益は戻らないだろうけどね。
私は本当になんてことを。
ごめん、失言したよ。
He didn't know if Shannon breaking the mirror really had started all this off. Though the servants didn't blame Shannon, they all seemed to believe that her actions had been the root cause. But even now, George wasn't able to go that far. All this talk about witches and evil spirits just sounded fake to him, even though he was trying to be open-minded. Even so, he listened seriously to Shannon's story, trying to find a hint that might relieve at least a little bit of pain in her heart.
そういえばその鳥居にあったものとは違うでしょうが、奥様がお守りとして霊鏡をお持ちになっていると聞いたことがあります。
Oh yeah, we heard about that in the last route. She was going to give it to Jessica. She had a charm that she had obtained from her mother or something like that. It's possible that it might have some effect.
夏日おばさんが？
はい、おじい様の形見分けか何かでもらったものだそうで、とても強い魔除けの力を持つ由緒正しい霊鏡だとかなんとか。
同じ話は私も聞いたことがある。鏡は良くないものを反射して弾き返す力があるのだとか。
その霊鏡があれば魔女のベアトリーチェに対抗できるかな？
え？
When George proposed this, the servants looked up.
祀っていた鳥居と祠はもうないかもしれないけれど、霊鏡がもう一枚あるのは重要なことだよ。
Well, we don't know if it's the same, but I mean, it's worth a try. I would at least go get it if I were with them.
夏日おばさんの実家は神職にも通じていると聞いたことがある。
That's the first I've heard of that. But that might actually be an important detail that we should take note of.
それは本当に単なる鏡ではないかもしれない。
確か奥様は宝物箱に入れて大事にしまっている。どうしそんなに大きいものではないのかもしれません。
大きさの問題ではなかったと思います。私が割った鏡も一見大したことのない小さな鏡に見えました。
相手がオカルトならこちらもオカルトの手段で対抗するしかない。ただこうして座っていても何も解決しない。単なる気休めだとしてもやってみる価値はあるよ。
Of course, this didn't mean George had accepted the witch. However, he thought it'd be necessary to have some kind of purification ceremony to heal the wounds in Shannon's heart. So this story about Natsuhi's spirit mirror was really convenient.
行こう。魔女をやっつけようなんて大それたことは言わないよ。でも魔女から身を守る魔除けがあってもいいと思う。
Yeah, I mean, this is totally reasonable. I would probably do the same, even if I didn't believe that the witch existed. It can't hurt to have it in a situation like this.
前にマリアちゃんに聞いたんだけど、おじい様の部屋の扉は強力な魔除けが施されているんでしょ。さすがおじい様だね。オカルトに対する防御も十分だったわけだ。行こう、夏日おばさんの部屋へ。
しかし奥様の部屋には鍵がかかっていると思います。
Right, and they don't have their master keys.
真っ先はローザ様にお返ししてしまいましたし、キーボックスのある使用人室も施錠されてしまいましたし。
ならばその鍵は夏日おばさんが持ち歩いているはず。礼拝堂にはまだ夏日おばさんの遺体があるはずだ。警察が来る前に勝手にいじってしまうのは悪いことだけれど、それについてはちゃんと説明しよ
う。しかし礼拝堂の入り口も鍵がかけられております。
ゴーダさんの腕力じゃガラス1枚割れないのかい。その辺の石で叩き割ればいい。
大切な礼拝堂の窓を破ってしまってもよろしいのでしょうか。
I think she's saying that for a different reason, but I actually don't think that's a good idea for another reason. If there is some, like, occult goings on here, and, they've got some... Maybe, like, that chapel is actually, like, something that's stealing Beatrice's power or something? Who knows? I don't know. Like, churches are generally holy, so I probably wouldn't want to, like, deface it if it's, like, protecting them at all.
おじい様に怒られるときは僕が責任を持つよ。
I mean, in this situation, honestly, there's zero chance that he would get mad at them for that. I think he'd have more... Well, actually, just based on the way he is, I don't know. I really have no idea what he would be thinking.
僕はもともと今日後宮家の全員と戦うつもりでいた。君との婚約を許してもらうためにね。
Well, there's less of them to convince now. That number's only going to go down.
だから元よりその覚悟はある。ガラスを割ろう。そして夏日おばさんの遺体から鍵を借りよう。
George's announcement that he'd take responsibility seemed to have given the servants a great deal of courage. Shannon and Goda looked at each other, then looked at George's face again.
オカルトに詳しいおじい様だもの。夏日おばさんの霊境の力だってきっと理解してくれる。大丈夫。怒られたりなんかしない。
奥様の鏡で本当にベアトリーチェもう一度封じることができるでしょうか。
わからない。でも試す価値はあると思う。
I mean, it's better than sitting around waiting to be killed anyway.
なら行こう。表はどんどん暗くなっちゃうよ。
The thing is, if this actually would work, I don't think Beatrice is just gonna sit down and let it happen.
急ごう。シャノンは懐中電灯を。ゴーダさんはガラスを割れそうな道具を。ゲンジさんはすみません、傘の用意をお願いします。
はい。
The servants who had been rejected by Rosa gained a new master and started to move. George, who was normally calm and gentle, was now radiating dignity. Shannon checked the emergency flashlight. Just in case, she changed the batteries. Goda was testing several heavy-looking cooking tools. Normally, a highly praised chef like him wouldn't want to use them for something other than their intended purpose. But now he was frantic to fulfill the orders of the one he accepted as his master. After some worrying, he took a large, thick-feeling frying pan. Genji removed several umbrellas from the umbrella stand set in the corner near the kitchen door. He took 3 of them.
ゲンジさん、
私はご一緒できません。ご用命の時に全員がいないようなことがあっては、後ろ宮家使用人頭として恥ずかしいことです。
そんな源氏さん。
This is also kind of suspicious. Like, on one hand, you can like respect his devotion and all that, but on the other hand, it's like maybe he doesn't want to be with them so that he can ambush them or something. I don't know. It's 3 people. They need 3 more deaths, don't they? So, I would not be too happy about that.
今のこの屋敷で一人でいることがどれだけ危険か、あなたもわかるでしょう。
私はいけぬ。親方様からいつお呼び出しがあってもいいように、私はここにいなくてはならぬ。
源氏様。
言ってジョージ様にお仕えするように、くれぐれも粗相のないように。どうだ、手本となるようよろしく頼む。
はい、お任せください。
必ずやお役目を果たします。
本当にいいんですね、源氏さん。
はい、私はもうこの年です。今日までの人生は全て親方様に受けたご恩をお返しするための日々でした。このような老いぼれがどうなろうか、全てはルールにし、私はどのような結果が出るのかをここに座って見届けたいと思います。
As Genji said that, he sat down, as though saying that he didn't intend to discuss this anymore. His gaze fell to the chessboard that he'd played Nanjo on. When George saw this, he decided to leave Genji there.
行こう、みんな。今は少し風もおとなしいみたいだ。
When George took an umbrella and dashed down the hallway, Shannon and Goda chased after him, each holding a tool. After they flew out of the room, Genji quietly stretched his hand out to the side of the chessboard. He softly pulled something there towards himself, covering it with his palm. Genji killed his breathing even more than before. As he did, something flashed gold. From inside an ice pail set on the counter, a small gold butterfly appeared, softly and silently. It was almost as though it had seen George and the rest off, and was trying to secretly chase after them. It happened in an instant. The elegant gold butterfly, flapping its wings, was pinned against the wall by the knife Genji threw, just like a butterfly in a bug collection. After the gold butterfly beat its wings several times, looking like it was in pain, it accepted the fact that it couldn't break free, became fine gold powder and smoke, and disappeared as though it had melted into water. Huh, so you can actually interact with those butterflies, it seems. They're actually, like, physical. Genji still gazed down at the chessboard as though nothing had happened. Maybe he would think up a brilliant move very soon, but no matter what move he made, his opponent would not be able to respond for all eternity. Even though he knew that, Genji searched for a brilliant move. It must have been the perfect way to kill time, during the short period, before some fate would be given to him. He didn't know what result the roulette would bring about, but that decision would be made very soon. No one could interfere with the tumbling roulette ball. The door to the parlor was not only locked, but blocked with a barricade made of sofas and the like. Because of that, Aunt Rosa seemed to suspect that any suspicious person approaching would break in through the window. Sitting on a one-person sofa, her back to the door, she continued to hold on to her gun. I didn't know what was what anymore, and even though my body and mind were worn out, I played with Maria as she wanted. Maria had said it. Beatrice was testing us to see if we could solve the epitaph of the gold, so we had to try and figure out this riddle. In the beginning, I was a little interested and tried to solve it, but I didn't even have a clue where to start in this weird text. I didn't doubt that there was some riddle hidden there, but I seriously doubted I'd be able to suddenly leap to an answer. In the middle part of the epitaph, there was the lines going from the 1st to the 10th twilight, telling us to journey to the Golden Land. On the 1st twilight, offer the 6 chosen by the key as sacrifices. On the 2nd twilight, those who remain shall tear apart the 2 who are close. It was obvious that this hinted at the first 6 murders that had already occurred in the chapel, and Jessica and Kanonkun's murders. If this was being followed, we still had to be prepared for 5 more people to be killed. Oh, so it was 5, not 3. Alright. On the 4th twilight, gouge the head and kill. Actually, no, yeah, we had 2 of those already. It was Kumasawa and Nanjo. But they haven't actually gone through and gouged their head and chest yet. On the 5th twilight, gouge the chest and kill. On the 6th twilight, gouge the stomach and kill. On the 7th twilight, gouge the knee and kill. On the 8th twilight, gouge the leg and kill. Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa Bachan's corpses still haven't been found. However, if this follows the pattern and they're these sacrifices for the 4th and 5th twilights, they'll surely be found in a pitiful state with their head and chest gouged. So we can expect that 3 more of us will be gouged in the stomach, knee, and leg, and killed. Who will it be? I looked around the room, noticing that there were 3 people here, but how should I put it? My emotions seemed paralyzed. Strangely, I didn't feel frightened. As I leaned against the sofa with the top part of my body, gazing up at the ceiling, Maria noticed. Apparently she felt I was slacking off in my riddle solving. She got mad at me for not taking this seriously enough.
なあ、マリア。ベアトリーチェは確か、これを解いたらどうするって言ってたんだっけ?
I'm sure the witch wrote in her letter that she'd give up on collecting interest or something abstract like that. I optimistically took that to mean she'd give up on killing the whole family. But was it really written with that meaning? For some reason, I couldn't convince myself that solving the riddle would really save me. I feel like maybe, even if we do solve it, we'll just be doing what the culprit wants, and it'll all be a wasted effort.
そんなことはない。この碑文が解けたら、ベアとの儀式はおしまいになる。だからもうそれ以上、誰も死ななくなる。
本当にか？そういうルールを奴が提示してるだけだろ。この謎を解けば、多分、じい様の隠し黄金のありかがわかるんだろう。奴は、きっとそれを狙って。
狙わないよ。
なんでそう断言できるんだよ。
黄金は最初からベアトのものだもん。自分のものを狙ったりなんかしない。
じゃあ、どうしてベアトは俺たちにこんな大ヒントを授けてくれたんだ？というか、どうしてこんなゲームじみたことを仕掛けてきたんだ？
魔法にはリスクが必要なの。
Huh. I didn't think about that, but I forgot about the whole risk element in that Kenzo was talking about. Risk is a necessary element for him, but I didn't think about the fact that risk could also be a necessary element for Beatrice, and that there has to be a chance that Beatrice could lose. But I don't know what losing exactly would mean for her.
リスク？よく意味がわかんねえな。
例えばマラソン。完走すれば誰でももらえるメダルと一番になった人しかもらえないメダルって同じ価値だと思う？
思わねえぜ。 つまりなんだよ。結局奴は遊んでるってことなのか？わざとこっちにチャンスを与えるようなことをして。
違う。それがね、魔法というものなの。どんな大きな魔法にも絶対にリスクや弱点があるの。ないといけないの。
魔法って言われるとピンとこねえが、ギャンブルだって考えれば少しは理解できるな。でかく失う覚悟がなきゃでかくは勝てない。そして勝ち目の薄いギャンブルであればあるほど配当はでかくなる。
その通りだよ。だからベアとは儀式のリスクをちゃんとみんなに説明したの。だからこの謎を解けばちゃんと儀式は中断される。だってそれを約束違反したらリスクにならない。
これを解けば奴は本当に約束を守るのか？
花は枯れるのにどうして美しいの？造花は見分けがつかないほど精巧でもどうして美しくないの？
Just when the hell did Maria get so verbose and intelligent? Jeez. She's 9 years old. This is still, like, baffling to me.
人間は死を賭すから奇跡が起こせる。不死の人間がいたとしてその人物に何の奇跡も起こせる道理はない。私たちも人生も魔女も儀式も、私たちはリスクを負わなければ何も成し遂げられないの。
謎が解けたらどうするんだ？ピンポーンって鳴らして挙手して回答を魔女に伝えて答え合わせをするのか？
それは知らない。でも解けばきっと自動的に儀式は終わる。
マリアは詳しいな。そいつはみんなベアトリーチェに習ったのか
？So, if you don't bear a risk, nothing can be gained, is that it? That definitely is the way of the world, but it's sort of in conflict with the chessboard thinking I like so much. At least when making moves in chess, players grope for the best move, always trying to avoid risk and hoping for an advantageous turn of events. They don't trust to chance, like in gambling. That's right, there's no room for gambling in an intellectual game. And yet this person called Beatrice has created such an outrageous crime, or maybe a ceremony, while purposefully imposing conditions for her own loss and announcing them to us. In chess, you always play your best move, so by putting yourself in your opponent's position, you can predict their next move. However, we can't be sure that Beatrice's moves are always the best moves possible. I thought she was probably making us focus on the epitaph to fool us in some way, speaking in riddles. But according to Maria, that alone was impossible. She said that this was a genuine risk that the witch had taken, and therefore proof that this was a formal ceremony for magic. I can't understand this witch called Beatrice. If she's committing this chain of murders with some goal in mind, why did she go to all the trouble of exposing the conditions for her defeat? No matter how I spin the chessboard around and think from my opponent's perspective, I can't understand why she'd give up if this riddle is solved. Isn't it almost as though Beatrice doesn't care whether she wins or loses? Of course, chessboard reasoning won't work against an opponent like that. I don't understand. What is Beatrice after that's making her carry out this crime? If she just wanted to massacre us all, she could have done it quietly, without this whole crazy setup. There was no need for that kind-hearted advance notice, all this self-aware closed room stuff, or any of the rest. It's all overacting. I've got no clue what it means. Will I be unable to understand everything, as long as I keep thinking of Beatrice as a greedy human culprit? If I don't accept her as a witch, will my chessboard thinking be stuck before I've even lined up the pieces? If she really is a witch and everything Maria said is true, then there's only one thing for us to do. The theory building and discord and searching for the culprit has all been pointless. We should have all gathered in the dining hall, combining our knowledge to solve the riddle. By combining the knowledge of that many people, we might have been able to grasp at least a thread of the answer. The greedy humans, each desiring to gain something over their opponents, were getting offered up as sacrifices one by one without gathering their knowledge together. In the end, did the humans get what they deserved? They thought they were using their brains, but they were actually thinking only of their greedy selves. In the end, chessboard theory is a thinking technique where you project yourself on your opponent. So greedy people see that their greedy selves inside their opponents, or they see their greedy selves inside their opponents. I looked lazily at Aunt Rosa. She was probably tired from being under all this tension the whole time. She couldn't sleep, but she kept staring vaguely at some point off in space. Aunt Rosa had announced that we couldn't trust anyone who hadn't been killed. Aunt Rosa's chessboard thinking saw herself inside her opponent. In other words, maybe Aunt Rosa was an isolated woman, unable to trust anyone, and unable to let her guard down. Long ago, I think I heard a bit about it from my dad. Aunt Rosa was originally a very obedient child, but her age was far too separated from the other siblings, and they often made conflicting demands of her during their confrontations. Thanks to this, she'd undergone a lot of psychologically harsh experiences in her youth. Often, when she copied one of her siblings, another sibling would give her a hard time. True, Aunt Rosa said many things today that could be taken as abusive. But that means those words were once showered upon her, which is why they were engraved in her vocabulary. See, that's kind of what I've been thinking, is that Rosa is just not very good in leadership situations. And, as like a support character, she's probably great, you know, when all the hard decisions are being left to someone else. She's probably the voice of reason. She's the one, like, saying, you know, maybe we shouldn't go that far. Maybe we should hear them out, you know? That kind of thing. But when she's in charge, she gets kind of different. And it's not a very good role suited to her, I don't think. The many abusive words that she'd spoken were also words that she'd been showered with in the past. Now that I think about it, I've had the feeling that her style of speech sometimes has traces of Uncle Kraus or Aunt Eva in it. I'd understood it as them being similar because they were siblings, but maybe it wasn't just that. For the first time, I truly sympathized with Aunt Rosa, whom I'd always assumed was just quiet and gentle. Then what about Maria? Maria's been making a certain claim for a while now. If we can solve the riddle the witch displayed to us, the ceremony will be halted and will definitely be saved. And I think that she also said Beatrice will never break a promise. But this is Maria we're talking about. She herself never breaks promises, and she has the most innocent heart. Well, that's debatable, but, I mean, we'll go with that for now. So she believes Beatrice also won't break her promises. She's able to believe that. But isn't that just an image of Beatrice in Maria's mind? There's no proof that the real Beatrice always keeps her promises, right? Yeah, but I mean, I still can't just take everything that you say in red at your word for it. Just because you said that you won't lie when you're in red. Like, I mean, for the story and the mystery solving, sure, you know, I can accept that, but when we're talking about whether to actually believe Beatrice, I don't know. I'm not willing to accept that.
気分の謎を解けば黄金鏡へ至ることができるだろう。 さすれば儀式は終わる。それ以上誰も死にはせぬ。
お前みたいな下道の極みがルールを遵守するってのかよ。
And I think it's because she has to. Like as Mario was just describing earlier, her magic will not work if she doesn't follow these rules, if there's no risk. And that goes back to something I said a while back, where I think Beatrice may not actually be a witch. She may be a human who's just using magic. The same way Kinzo is. Or the same way Kinzo was trying to anyway. And that's definitely possible. But what would her risk be, then? What would her risk be when she made all the gold for Kinzo? That's something we would need to think about.
わらわが残忍で卑劣で下道であることを否定はせぬ。だが、わらわは魔女だ。魔法を使う。魔法を使うには守らねばならぬルールがある。わらわは魔女だからこそ、それをないがしろにできぬのだ。それだけは信じるがよい。
これだけめちゃくちゃやってきて、それでもルールだけは信じろってのかよ。
わらわはたぶらかしはする。もちろん人も騙す。人間と変わらぬ。だが、約束として口にしたことを保護にしたことは一度もない。
I mean, so far, I don't think she has. I think she has kept every promise. Although, maybe not. I'm pretty sure she promised Shannon that her romance would turn out good, didn't she? Maybe she used some clever wording to avoid that, but it seemed like that was the spirit of the promise at least. So I think that she can use deceptive wordplay to get around promises at the very least.
人間はどうか。約束を必ず守るのか。
ちゃんと履行されてるかどうかは疑わしいな。
わらわから見れば人間の方がよっぽど利己的で下道な存在よ。人間の約束ほど疑わしいものはない。わらわも時に人間と契約するが、くだらない願い一つ叶えるのにどれほど厳重に取り決めをするか想像もつくまい。少しでも隙があると連中はすぐに叶える願いの数を100に増やせとか、小さな豆粒に変身してみろとか言い出す。
親父によく言われたぜ。契約書ほど怖えもんはねえって。よく読まずにハンコを押すやつは骨の髄までしゃぶられて当然だって言ってたぜ。悪徳で荒稼ぎしてやがったんだな。
察しろ。人は生まれながらに詐欺を知りはせぬ。どこかで被った。だから覚えた。
It's weird that, like, they're actually having, like, a pleasant conversation. They're actually, like, almost bonding over this experience of trying to figure out whether she's real or not.
押し付け合わずにはいられぬ人の世の罪か。はて、どこの魔女に聞いたやら。まあいい。そなたが思っているほどわらわも無慈悲ではないぞ。
嘘をつけ。これだけの大勢を。しかもまた。
But if they're gonna be revived, then I don't know. It's either the ultimate cruelty or it's not actually that cruel. Because if it's just her killing them forever and ever and ever, then yeah, that's the ultimate cruelty, but if it's them eventually breaking out of the cycle and being revived, then I guess that would be okay.
こんな残酷な方法で殺しておいて、何が無慈悲ではないだ。
Although she's still causing suffering. I mean, there's a whole, like mind-blowing philosophical aspect to this of, like, do the people in each run count as, like, their own selves? Are they the same people each time, but just, like, with their memories altered? Or are those people killed off forever, and then there's just new people created? Like, it's very meta and very hard to, like, wrap my head around, but there's no point in thinking about all that right now.
約束は守るだと?
Especially while we don't really know anything about what's going on.
いい加減なことを言うな。俺はお前を認めない。断じて。それを譲らないことだけがお前への抵抗だと俺は信じてる。
なるほど。永遠の苛波であるのはわらわに対しても同じであるというわけか。かもしれぬな。1000年は長い。魔女の強さは魔力より我慢強さで決まるのかもしれんな。なるほど。ベルン教の恐ろしさもうなずける。
It sounds like a name we should remember.
何をわけのわかんねえ話をブツブツ言ってやがる。さっさと永遠の苛波とやらを続けろよ。俺は1000年でも1万年でも付き合う覚悟だぜ。
よいよい。少しは戦う気力も戻ってきたようだな。そうでなければつまらない。ほら、対戦ゲームでもよくあるだろう。乱入したけど相手があまりに弱くて拍子抜けでわざと負けて最終ラウンドまで延長させて最後に本気でフルボッコにすることとかってあるだろ
う。例えの意味がわかんねえよ。
ワインと同じよ。
Is she saying that she's been kind of holding back on him? And that she's been giving him ground where there wasn't any?
よく熟成させねば輝かぬ。お前はそれに耐えられるワインだ。わらわがじっくり熟成させてやる。そなたをわらわの優雅な時間を彩る最高の美酒に育て上げてやるぞ。だからこの程度で屈服などするな。
Because with the chapel locked door thing, Beatrice seemed genuinely frustrated there. I don't know if that was an act or what, but I can't picture her just like faking being frustrated like that. It seemed like that was real. So I don't know. I'm really not sure about that. That's like my main point of confusion right now. Is that's making me think like maybe this is all a trick somehow, but I just can't possibly imagine that.
わらわを引き続き否定してくれよ。何しろわらわはそなたが認めぬ限り儚き幻想に過ぎぬのだから。
何度見ても辛いな。
Alright, so we're actually going to end it there for today. So, yeah, we still don't have anything there. Alright. So next time we're going to see what's going on in the chapel. Until then, take care, and I will see you then.